been a fat ass minute since I've like uploaded anything. Not that anyone's watching. That's okay. I'm really like stuck between making like long form and short form content because I am a religious yapper. Peek the bread. My dad made fresh bread, so I'm just downing a raw piece of bread because it's really good. Yeah, so I'm a religious yapper, so it's really hard to make short form content, but I feel like that's the way that the modern age of entertainment is heading towards, which honestly I am not a big fan of. Like, everything is way too overstimulating. Like me, I'm always searching for stimulating things, but this is just like insane. Have you seen the state of children's entertainment at the moment? It's actually crazy. It's scary. It's like the Wiggles. Don't get me started on the Wiggles. The Wiggles, the OGs, they're so good, but every single video that they're releasing is like way too much. Too much is going on. Like, as an adult, my brain is like, what the fuck? Imagine what the children are thinking. How are we raising our children? Anyway, so I think I'm just gonna stick to YouTube, but like TikTok is kind of where it's at. TikTok is where you get discovered, you know? No one's gonna like find you on YouTube. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'll get on topic. I'll show you what I'm doing today. Alright guys, this is what I'm actually doing. This is what we're doing today. We're working on this jacket. This is actually my Clo 3D look, so all the base pattern making and like the spine of the project is all done on the software Clo 3D, but it's really frustrating because what's happening in real life doesn't translate into what's happening in the software. Like, all the basic pattern making techniques don't really apply 100% of the time in the software, which is really frustrating. So what could be simple in real life is 10 times harder in the software, which is like really annoying. You shouldn't have to compromise what you're doing and like what you're making just to accommodate for this software, but we have to use it. Anyway, I'm up to my second 12 for this look, so I'm going to show you what that looks like and then what we're going to be working on today. Alright, this is the second 12 that I've done. It's been made in a suiting wool, so the fabric is quite heavy. The idea is for it to sit on the shoulders and come up onto the neck, so it is quite high. As you can see, it's looking really good because it's sitting on like this neck bit here, but I completely forgot that people actually have heads, unlike mannequins, so this part does not sit properly at all. The main issue I've been having though is that the whole back is like collapsing because there isn't enough support. So I put a bit of wire in there, but that like again has an issue because the model and people in general have heads. So on the inside I've created, I'm just gonna take this off. Come with me. So on the inside I've created like a shirt, so it would be sitting on the shoulders on this inner shirt, and then it would like connect down here. But that looks horrible as well because the models aren't like exact fits to the mannequins, which is so frustrating. They're all supposed to be size 8, but like they're not, which is okay because people are weird and we all come in different shapes and sizes. But it's frustrating. Okay, so we're getting rid of this idea and instead we're going to be making really big shoulder pads underneath here. And you're thinking, bro, why didn't you just do that in the first place? That's like the most easiest thing to do, the most logical thing, but I wanted it to be like floating here, but I guess not. Just have to be realistic. You know what ticked me off as well? With this look in particular, the teachers have had quite a hand in how it's like constructed and like their idea of how to take the pressure off their shoulders and onto the inner shirt and stuff. And like in the fitting that I had last week, they just didn't want to acknowledge how bad it actually fit. And I was like, I don't know if it's because the model is a bit larger than the typical size 8 mannequin, think she's a bit more endowed, which is fine because I have another look that I can put her in. But like it's better to accommodate for that rather than to just have it extremely tight, because even the center front wasn't fitting properly and it was just all bunching up like here from the undershirt. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk into class with removable shoulder pads and I'm gonna be like, wow, you're so cool, this is amazing, and then I can actually make the real thing and be done with it. Okay, like the real question is, what the hell am I going to make these shoulder pads out of? I'll put you on the floor so you can actually see my pile of fabric. But I was thinking of using this one. It is a wool of some kind. I think it's felted, so it's like really stiff. I think that would be a good like construction for the shoulder pad, and then put stuffing inside, because I don't know, shoulder pads usually use like a, what's it called, a wadding between fabric that has been stitched together and then stuffed, but like because this is holding a lot more weight and is a lot larger, I think I'm going to use this as like the base shape. Yeah, that's a good idea, because yeah. And okay, now I need to figure out how I'm actually going to find the right shape to cut this out of. Let's go do that. Right, in order to get the shape, I have literally just chalked in where I think the shoulder pad would be, like would sit, and on the inside to get the width, I've just pinned in 2 points about where like the outside meets. Oh, I should do that to the shoulder as well, huh? I seriously don't have the brain power to video every single step, but I feel like you can infer what I did with this. I cut out the shapes in paper and I'm gonna make the paper version first. You ready? I'm gonna do a transition. Epic transition. I actually don't know if that worked or not. Guess we'll find out. But hey, look! 3D shapes. Because like humans have heads, they also have curved shoulders. Let's put it in the garment to see if it works. Okay, I fear I cooked. Look how perfect it is. Well, almost perfect. Since it is like paper, it's not gonna sit amazing, but it's got like such a nicer shape now. It's all smooth, and like even in the back, see, look at that dip. This side doesn't have it. So I also need to figure out how it's going to like attach into the garment. Maybe I could use like snaps. I don't know. Just a bit of a close-up of the shoulder pad. It reminds me of like those ASMR squishy videos. Those kids are so talented, how they make like paper props. I've cut out the pieces in the woolen fabric and it's time to sew them together. Perfect. I was just checking. I was like, oh, did I sew it the right way? I did. I already have one in the garment already. I'm gonna put this one in, show you how it looks, and then I'm gonna try it on me, because in theory, even though it's not the right size, with these shoulder pads, it should still fit right. Ta-da! Both of them are in. I think this one has less stuffing than this one, but like, that's okay. It is quite noticeable because it's a different color, but like in the real thing it'll all be like black. The only issue is that they're like sliding around, but that's okay. That's okay, we can attach them like later. Alrighty, here's what it's like without the shoulder pads. It's really slumped down because I have thin shoulders. That's what I was talking about. Unless you have like the perfect width shoulders, this isn't gonna sit properly. Like it's supposed to be up here. So I'm gonna stuff the shoulder pads in with maximum effort and then show you what it looks like. This is with the shoulder pads. It looks so much better. It looks so good. Like, look, no slumping. It feels like hella scratchy and like kind of uncomfortable because they aren't attached, but like the fact that it didn't fit me like at all before, this is like great. This is perfect. Oh my god, so fashionista. I think that's pretty much it for that garment, as in like the final toile. Yes, thank goodness. And I can actually make the real thing. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Is it gonna be the last thing I do in this video? I don't know. You might see me again, you might not.